It seems like the internet is being threatened by something new every single week this past month. And I can't say I'm surprised. It is still the single newest and most unregulated aspect of human life. It's also the most integrated with modern life. And therefore, it's still the source of the most untapped potential. All aspects of our lives are being digitized. Entertainment like music, film, video games they're all turning to digital distribution. Hell, even books, for fuck's sake. Some people are very specific about having physical books to this very day. Official business, such as interacting with public services and government, are being automated online. And hell, even our daily operations, like our finances and grocery shopping, have been turned into apps on our phones. All of the above is marketed as conveniences for you, the end user. But I struggle to see them as such. Companies are frothing at the mouth to get all the money out of the internet. They are more and more pushing up against their audiences and user bases and what they have to tolerate from their services. And boy, howdy, these companies are tired of the resistance. Uh, this has prompted lobbying from the industry to get legislation on their side, because in their eyes, if abuse is legalized, it's not abuse; it's just business. I can't help but feel that the recent uptick in popularity of the Stop Killing Games initiative has caused corporations to go into something of a panic mode. That their control over the way they provide their services could be challenged. And these corporations want complete control over their business, and their business is not what you access through their services. Don't be fooled. Their business is you. You pay them tithes every month to be allowed to access what they graciously provide to you. And they can take any of it away at any time. What you have access to today can be delisted, discontinued, disabled, rendered inaccessible or non functional, or even just outright refused at any moment. Most recently, payment processing companies like MasterCard and Visa and PayPal have decided to reject processing transactions for adult themed products and services, prompting Steam and itch.io to remove these kinds of games. And before you say, oh, big deal, they removed porn games, whatever, it's not just Gooner games, okay? There's also games that just are adult themed in the sense that they dare to explore the darker sides of human nature and human existence. One very specific example is 2024's critically acclaimed Mouthwashing. People love that game. These fucking plushies of the guy in the bandages. I don't fucking know his name, but I know what the game is about. I haven't played the game, but I know what it's about. Right now in the UK, a law mandating ID verification for any kind of age restricted services has been passed. And there are also attempts to ban VPNs that would allow users to access region locked content and bypass search engine filter bubbles to get around propaganda and disinformation. People in war torn countries are like reliant on this shit. And you're trying to ban it? Is it because it allows the circumvention of these ID verifications? Or is it just a coinkydink? Hmm? This is censorship. None of these things are for your benefit. They are elements of corporate interests, political influence, government control, hell, even religious fundamentalism in some cases. These are what's behind these, not morals. If everything is a service, nothing is. It's just a facet of everyday life, and services can be controlled. They want to normalize their status quo. They want complete control over their business, and thus they want complete control over your lives. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. There's this one quote attributed to Gabe Newell, the CEO of Valve, the company behind Steam, for those unaware, that says, "Piracy is an issue of service, not price," or something along those lines. If the services we rely upon begin to suck, guess what's gonna happen? See, I've been doing my best to purchase games, software, movies, what have you. But I also live in a doink-ass country. Piracy here has history. Hell, even GOG, good old games, started as a service because piracy was so ingrained in Polish online culture that it literally just created a market in and of itself. The internet became big because it offered freedom. And wherever there is freedom, there is crime. And there's plenty of that on the internet. That is a fact of the matter. There's no going around it. However, piracy is just a relatively small part of it. There are far worse crimes being committed online. But the only thing all of this legislation is creating is mass surveillance. This is manipulation. Mass surveillance doesn't eliminate crime. It just incentivizes it to find new methods, new channels. Meanwhile, governments and corporations can have free reign to manipulate the rest of us to their black little hearts' content. You know of that one fucked up torture method with placing a rat under a bucket on someone's chest and blowtorching the bucket to make the rat want to get out so it starts to chew through your chest? The rat is crime. And the poor sap being tortured like this is everyone else. Now, having said all that, governments and corporations are simultaneously cooperating and are like locked in an arms race with each other, because governments want corporations to operate inside their countries for economic reasons, while corporations, on the other hand, want legislation that lets them do whatever the fuck they want to their customers and employees. It's an autocracy, what they want. And by the way, I was looking up definitions of autocracy, so I don't get my terms and concepts mixed up, and I already talk entirely way too much out of my ass. And there was this link to the related term of electoral autocracy, and the very first fucking example is my backwards ass home country. I swear I cannot make this shit up. By the way, even physical goods aren't safe from all this fuckery. Planned obsolescence is very real. You ever hear about the movie, The Man in the White Suit? It's a lovely little story about a man trying to make a better, lastable product, and the industry, on the other hand, doing everything in its power to just, like, get rid of it, destroy it, suppress it, whatever. We don't want that. Even in the 50s, when this movie was made, the sentiment was that instead of enriching the entirety of humankind with quality goods and keep innovating, we need to maintain the status quo. Industries want to uphold the current infinite cycle of manufacturing products with a finite lifespan in order to maintain the need for more of its products forever. Corporations are also continuously lobbying against right to repair legislation, because what they want is to sell you an entirely new washing machine every 3 years or so. They don't want to have to manufacture and maintain stocks of replacement parts. No, no, no. I delayed this entire video several days because my cheapo mechanical keyboard was getting all fucked up again, and I had to take it completely apart and try to clean all the contacts inside the knockoff switches that are in it, because they can't be opened, cleaned, or even replaced properly without having an electronics degree. I would have to buy a soldering iron, solder and flux, desoldering equipment. It's it's wild. Make no mistake, the end goal of corporate interest is a world where you will own nothing. They want to be able to decide what your life is. They will decide what your life is, and your trough will be filled with nothing but the finest, curated, and sanitized slop imaginable. By the way, I feel like the term slop is kind of losing its meaning these days. So let me tell you a little story. I am a city boy through and through, but I do have vivid memories of my childhood, having spent some time at my grandparents' place in the summers when they were still keeping livestock, specifically pigs. And I still remember daily feeding time for them and how it went. So they would have these huge bags of non-food grade crushed grains, like wheat and corn, and assorted uh, agricultural detritus. And we would take about a half a bucket of that, and just take the garden hose, fill the rest of the bucket up with water, and just like mix it until it's like clump free, and it just turns into this thin, watery, gray brown mess. That's what slop is. These days, people imagine it like it's like discarded human food. No, no, this was even worse, even more gross. And yeah, then we would just dump it into the trough over the pen gate without even so much as looking at the animals. The This stuff splashed all over the pen, which was dark. The animals barely saw any sunlight, or even their owners for that matter. This is what these corporations want you to live like. Also, by the way, the term slop being used for the output of what is today, entirely falsely, might I add, referred to as AI, is more accurate than most people even care to think about. Uh, it's something that people have put time, money, and effort into, like the agricultural products. And it's just being funneled into a machine, ground down, spat out, and watered up. And it's being served right back up to you. What does this make you in this equation? If you still haven't done so, sign the Stop Killing Games petition. There's like a single day left on it. But also, there's a new way for EU citizens to help the cause. I will link the video detailing it in the description. Uh, only sign if you're an EU citizen, please. And yeah, I know it's not much, but it's a start. It's something. First, we need something to stand on. Right now, we are basically at the point where we have no more consumer rights, no more ownership rights, anything. Once we have anything back, then we have some ground to stand on. And then we can start working towards something bigger, something more meaningful. So yeah, I guess that's it. By the way, I swear I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I swear.